Sanskritam free certification course by Bharat Marg, Level 1, Lesson 3. Friends, in this lesson, we are going to look into the body parts. We are going to do two ways. One is using what we call Anga Puja, okay, where we will be going through the body parts, as well as the other is some other of the body parts also we will see it separately. As you know, our class is always set up in a way discussion between the student and the teacher. Okay, so when the teacher asks the questions to the student, you can answer it. Okay, and also do know at the end of the lesson, you will have test link for you to do the test. Okay, and also you will have an audio test directed where to go and do the recording, and you will do the recording and send us the WhatsApp. Two things we will recommend you. We will recommend you to be on Telegram along with WhatsApp, because we have a separate channel for Sanskritam in Telegram, where if not today, any day you can go and see the lesson by lesson and any communication we will have regarding Sanskritam, and it will be only devoted to that. So you can go ahead and easily follow any lesson, you can redo the lesson, retake the test, etc. Okay, but all our communication, like if you have any questions, if you need any clarification, if you are sending a homework, everything happens through WhatsApp. And if you are a registered student, you will have our WhatsApp number. You are already connected with us, so you can message us through WhatsApp. If you are not a registered student yet, we will highly recommend you to register as a student for Sanskritam free certification course right now by sending a WhatsApp to +1 647 964 4790 along with your name, the language you speak or language you understand, and also with a message stating that you are interested in the Sanskritam free certification course, and we can go ahead and register you. Okay, and we shall do that way. Before we get started with the lesson, we will highly recommend you to like the video, okay, and to subscribe to the channel. In that way, you will highly encourage our team to come forward and do more here. Okay, we need your encouragement. So please go ahead and like the video, and if you have any questions, you can comment in the comment area, as well as you can send us a WhatsApp. In this video description, you will also have our Telegram link for you to subscribe, and also in the comment area as a pinned comment, you will see a way to donate and support our work. We will highly encourage you to go and donate and help us to serve you more. Okay, it's a free course, but we do accept donations. Thank you. Now let's move on to level 1, lesson 3 now. Welcome. How do you say welcome in Sanskritam? Suswagatam. Suswagatam means welcome. Now, as usual, like any of our classes, we are going to start with the sloka. The teacher will go through the sloka, and first with a small piece, then with a larger piece, and so that you can follow it and you will repeat after it again and again. Do it very carefully, because these slokas will be one of your assignments to do in the audio test also. Now let's get started.
So now I'll say the whole sloka, and just so that you know how it sounds. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrusimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. It means, I bow down to Lord Narasimha, who is the ferocious one and who is brave, the one who is in the incarnation of Mahavishnu and is manifested in the whole world. He is full of effulgence, terrifying, and auspicious, and he is the death of death itself. So now I'll say it piece by piece. Ugram,
Ugram,
Veeram,
Veeram,
Mahavishnum,
Mahavishnum,
Jvalantam,
Jwalantam,
Sarvatomukham,
Sarvatomukham,
Nrusimham,
Nrsingham,
Nrusimham,
Nrsimham,
Bhishanam,
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 Bhadram,
Badram,
Mrityum,
Mrityum,
Namamyaham,
Namamyaham,
Ugram,
Ugram,
Veeram,
Veeram,
Mahavishnum,
Mahavishnum,
Jvalantam,
Jwalantam,
Sarvatomukham,
Sarvatomukham,
Nrusimham,
Nrsimham,
Nrusimham,
Nrsimham,
Bhishanam,
Bhishanam,
Bhadram,
Badram,
Mrityum,
Mrityum,
Namamyaham.
Namamyaham.
So now I'll say it and repeat it twice. Ugram,
Ugram, Ugram,
Veeram,
Veeram, Veeram,
Mahavishnum,
Mahavishnum, Mahavishnum,
Jvalantam,
Jwalantam, Jwalantam,
Sarvatomukham,
Sarvatomukham, Sarvatomukham,
Nrusimham,
Nrsingham, Nrsimham,
Bhishanam,
Bhishanam, Bhishanam,
Bhadram,
Badram, Badram,
Mrityum,
Mrityum, Mrityum,
Namamyaham.
Namamyaham.
So now say it once, and I'll say it in a larger chunk. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum,
Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum,
Jvalantam Sarvatomukham,
Jwalantam Sarvatomukham,
Nrusimham Bhishanam Bhadram,
Nrsingham Bhishanam Badram,
Nrusimham Bhishanam Bhadram,
Nrsimham Bhishanam Badram,
Mrityum Namamyaham.
Mrityum Namamyaham.
So now I'll say it and say it twice. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum,
Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum,
Jvalantam Sarvatomukham,
Jwalantam Sarvatomukham, Jwalantam Sarvatomukham,
Nrusimham Bhishanam Bhadram,
Nrsimham Bhishanam Badram, Nrsimham Bhishanam Badram,
Mrityum Namamyaham.
Mrityum Namamyaham, Mrityum Namamyaham.
So now I'll say it in an even larger chunk. Say it once. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham,
Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum, Jwalantam Sarvatomukham,
Nrusimham Bhishanam Bhadram, Mrityum Namamyaham.
Nrsimham Bhishanam Badram, Mrityum Namamyaham.
So now I'll say it and repeat it twice. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham,
Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum, Jwalantam Sarvatomukham, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum, Jwalantam Sarvatomukham,
Nrusimham Bhishanam Bhadram, Mrityum Namamyaham.
Nrsimham Bhishanam Badram, Mrityum Namamyaham, Nrsimham Bhishanam Badram, Mrityum Namamyaham.
Okay, so now I'll say the whole thing, whole sloka, and repeat it once.
Okay, Guruji.
Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham, Nrusimham Bhishanam Bhadram, Mrityum Namamyaham.
उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्.
Okay, so now I'll just say the word for word meaning. Ugram meaning ferocious. Veeram means brave. Mahavishnu means Mahavishnu. So in this sense it will come as the incarnation of Mahavishnu. Jvalantam. So Jvalantam is like burning fire, so effulgence. Bhishanam, terrifying. Bhadram means auspicious. Nrusimham is just Narsimha. Mrityum. Mrityu means death. Mrityum means to beat the death. So Mrityum would come to the death of death itself. Namamyaham is I bow down to. So the whole meaning would come to I bow down to Lord Narsimha, who is the ferocious and brave, the one who is the incarnation of Mahavishnu and is manifested in the whole world. He is full of effulgence, terrifying and auspicious, and he is the death of death itself. Okay, so now let's move on to the next lesson, which is going to be the Anga Puja. If you are doing a puja like the Satyanarayana Puja, there will definitely be an Anga Puja that you have to say. Let's learn how to say it correctly along with the meaning.
Why are we doing Anga Puja today, Guruji?
We are doing Anga Puja more to learn about body parts.
Anga means
Body
body
parts.
parts, okay?
Anga more specifically means limbs, but like rough translation, body parts. So I'll say each line once, and then you repeat after me. Then we'll say the meaning of each line. The meaning will be in the same order that this is given.
Meaning is also coming in the next slide or what?
Yeah, the meaning will come in the next slide.
Anga Puja.
Om Narayanaaya Namaha Padau Pujayami.
Om Narayanaya Namaha Padau Pujayami.
Om Sheshashayine Namaha Gulfau Pujayami.
Om Seshashayine Namaha Gulfo Pujayami.
Om Kalasvarupine Namaha Janghe Pujayami.
Om Kalaswarupine Namaha Jange Pujayami.
So now let's see the meaning for these three. So for the first one, it will be I worship Lord Narayana. I offer prayers to the feet of Sri Satyanarayana. Because if you see here, it comes Om Narayana Namaha. That will come to I worship Lord Narayana. Padav Pujayami, I offer prayers to the feet of Sri Satyanarayana.
Padau means feet.
Yes.
Okay.
So the second one, Om Seshashayane Namaha Gulfau Pujayami. Seshashayane meaning the one who sleeps on the serpent. I worship the one who sleeps on the serpent. Ankle is Gulfau. I offer prayers to the ankle of Sri Satyanarayana.
So Seshashayine means the Adiseshan, the serpent.
Not exactly. Seshashayane means the person who sleeps on the serpent. Here, like it doesn't translate. The meaning doesn't translate to Adisesha, but we know that it's Adisesha. But Seshashayane. Sesha is also another word for serpent. It doesn't exactly. Adisesha, king of snakes. Adisesha, the meaning, the word literally means king of snakes. He is the king of snakes. So, that's that. Seshashayane doesn't exactly translate to Adisesha. Seshashayane means the person who sleeps on the snake. That could be any snake. Serpent.
Gulfo means ankle.
Yes.
See, here this is what is the Anga Puja we are seeing. Padau means feet. We saw that before. Now we are coming to Seshashayini Namaha and Gulfo means
Ankle.
ankle. Okay.
Om Kalasvarupine Namaha Jange Pujayami. So the meaning for this, I worship the one who is black in color. I offer prayer to the thigh of Sri Satyanarayana. So if you can see, Jange means thigh.
Yes.
We're doing it in sets of threes like this because otherwise the meaning, if we put the meaning and the line on the same slide, it won't come correctly. The whole text is getting messed up if we do it
Yes.
like that.
And also because a half portion dedicated to Hindi, so you have only one half that
Yeah,
is.
there's also that. So that's creating a huge space problem. That's why we're doing it in sets of threes like this.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Om Vishwarupaya Namaha Janune Pujayami.
Om Vishwarupaya Namaha Janune Pujayami.
Om Jagannathaya Namaha Guhyam Pujayami.
Om Jagannathaya Namaha Guhyam Pujayami.
Om Kamalanabhaya Namaha Nabhim Pujayami.
Om Kamalanabhaya Namaha Nabin Pujayami.
Nabhim, not Nabhin. Just
Nabhim.
reset. Just reset.
Om Kamalanabhaya Namaha Nabhim Pujayami.
So now let's get to the meaning. So I'll go back to the previous slide. Here we see Om Vishwarupaya Namaha Janune Pujayami. I worship the one whose form expands to the whole world. So basically, his form is large enough that it can cover the whole world. I offer prayer to the knee of Sri Satyanarayana. So we can tell that Janune means knee.
Okay, can I ask you a question,
Yeah.
please, teacher?
Yeah.
So here there is no Satyanarayana, but because the Sangha Puja belongs to Satyanarayana, Bhagavan Satyanarayana, in the meaning we say Satyanarayana.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. You wouldn't use the exact same thing just because Kamala Nabhai, etc. wouldn't come for other gods. But technically, some of these could be used for other gods. Then you'd say their name in place of Sri Satyanarayana.
But this sloka is from Sri Satyanarayana Puja, so that's why we are saying Sri Satyanarayana.
For the most part, yes, because sometimes there are different versions of the same Anga Puja.
And but it is not here. That's the main point. It's not given.
It's not here.
But it implies for
We're
Satyanarayana.
saying Sri Satyanarayana just because it's Satyanarayana Anga Puja.
Dhanyavadaha.
So the second one, Om Jagannathaya Namaha Guhyam Pujayami. Jagannathaya, I worship the one who is the Lord of the world. Guhyam Pujayami, I offer prayers to the secretive part of Sri Satyanarayana. The third one we see Om Kamalanabhaya Namaha Nabhim Pujayami. Kamalanabhaya, I worship the one who has a lotus in his navel. Nabhim Pujayami, I offer prayers to the navel of Sri Satyanarayana.
Navel means, what do you call that?
Belly button. So the next said, Om Jagat Kukshaye Namaha Kukshim Pujayami.
Om Jagat Kukshaye Namaha Kukshim Pujayami.
Om Lakshmi Vilasat Vakshase Namaha Vakshastalam Pujayami.
Om Lakshmi Vilasat Vakshase Namaha Vakshastalam Pujayami.
Om Chakradihastaya Namaha Hastan Pujayami.
Om Chakradihastaya Namaha Hastan Pujayami.
So the meaning, I worship the one who relieves the world from hunger. I offer prayers to the stomach of Sri Satyanarayana. Here we can say Jagat Kukshaye Namaha. Kukshim is stomach. The second meaning, I worship the one in whose chest Sri Mahalakshmi lives. I offer prayer to the chest of Sri Satyanarayana. Lakshmi Vilasat Vakshase, meaning the chest where Lakshmi lives. Vakshastalam means chest. For the third one, I worship the one who has a discus in his hand. Discus is like, we're talking about the Sudarshan Chakra here. I offer prayers to the hand of Sri Satyanarayana. Chakradi Hastaya. Chakra is discus. Hastaya, in whose hand it is in. Hastan is hand. Next set. Om Chaturbahave Namaha Bahon Pujayami.
Om Chaturbahave Namaha Bahun Pujayami.
Bahon.
Om Chaturbahave Namaha Bahun Pujayami.
Om Shri Kantaya Namaha Kantham Pujayami.
Om Shri Kantaya Namaha Kantam Pujayami.
Om Chandramukhaya Namaha Mukham Pujayami.
Om Chandramukhaya Namaha Mukham Pujayami.
So now the first meaning. I worship the one with 4 arms. I offer prayers to the arms of Sri Satyanarayana. Chaturbahave, 4 arms. Bahon, his arms. The second one. I worship the one who has a divine throat. I offer prayers to the throat of Sri Satyanarayana. Divine throat can also be divine throat, as in his voice is very beautiful. Because you usually don't say divine throat, it's more beautiful voice. Literal translation of this would be divine throat, but that implies that he has a really beautiful voice. And here you can see Shri Kantaya Namaha, divine throat. Kantham is throat. The third meaning. I worship the one who has a face like the moon. I offer prayers to the face of Sri Satyanarayana. Here you can see Chandra Mukhaya Namaha, face like the moon, Mukham Pujayami. The face, I offer prayers to the face. Chandra Mukhaya's face like a moon is like, the moon is really radiant. So the person who has such a radiant face, such a beautiful face. So the next set. Om Satyavache Namaha Vaktram Pujayami.
Om Satyavache Namaha Vaktram Pujayami.
Om Shri Shaya Namaha Nasikam Pujayami.
Om Sri Shaya Namaha Nasikam Pujayami.
Om Ravindra Lochanaya Namaha Netre Pujayami.
Om Ravindra Lochanaya Namaha Netre Pujayami.
So the meaning, the first one. I worship the one whose words are always true. I offer prayers to the Saj of Sri Satyanarayana. The one whose words are always true can also be implied as the person who never lies. So Satyavache. This can either be said that all his words are true, as in whatever he says will come true, and it can also be implied that he never lies, and everything he speaks is the truth. Second meaning. I worship the one who is with Mahalakshmi. I offer prayers to the nose of Sri Satyanarayana. Sri Shaya. Shri, one of Mahalakshmi's other names is Shri. Another way to call her is Shri. She is also known as Shri Devi for the same reason. This is why before saying Satyanarayana, you don't just say Satyanarayana, you say Shri Satyanarayana. In whatever way you say it, Mata Lakshmi, her name, will come before you call him. Because both of them will always be together. Shri Satyanarayana, Lakshmi Narayana, like that. Nasikam is nose. For the third meaning, I worship the one who has lotus like eyes. I offer prayers to the eyes of Sri Satyanarayana. Ravindra Lochanaya. Ravindra. Ravindra is a way to say lotus because in Sanskrit there are a lot of ways you say lotus. Ravindra is one of the many ways you say lotus in Sanskrit. Netre Pujayami. Netram is for one single eye, Netre is for plural. And you're not going to worship only one, you're going to worship both of them. So Netre, which is a plural form. Ravindra's lotus. Lochanam, eyes. Lochanam is also eyes. Om Haraye Namaha Dantani Pujayami.
Om Haraye Namaha Dantani Pujayami.
Om Sarva Vyapine Namaha Siraha Pujayami.
Om Sarva Vyapine Namaha Siraha Pujayami.
Shri Satyanarayanaya Namaha Sarvangani Pujayami.
Shri Satyanarayanaya Namaha Sarvangani Pujayami.
I worship the one who is an incarnation of Mahavishnu. I offer prayers to the teeth of Sri Satyanarayana. Haraye Namaha. Hari is another way to call Mahavishnu. Dantani Pujayami. Dantani is teeth. And it's plural because you're not going to worship only one tooth. You're going to worship all the teeth. So Dantani. For the second meaning, I worship the one who is everywhere. I offer prayers to the head of Sri Satyanarayana. Sarva Vyapine, the one who is everywhere. Siraha. Siraha means head. I worship Sri Satyanarayana. I offer prayer to all body parts of Sri Satyanarayana. Sri Satyanarayana Namaha. Sarvangani. Sarvangani means all body parts. Literal translation all limbs, but all body parts is kind of the translation that kind of works now. Sarvangani Pujayami. I worship all body parts. Next lesson. So the previous one, Anga Puja, was it had body parts in it. But the main focus of the lesson was to teach how to say Anga Puja correctly, along with the pronunciation and what it means. So that you're not just saying some puja, you're saying it knowing what you're saying. The focus of this lesson right now is going to be exactly to teach you the body parts. So let's get on. So I will say them once and you repeat them. Head, Siraha.
Head, Siraha.
Eye, Netram.
Eye, Netram.
Hair, Keshaha.
Hair, Keshaha.
Chest, Vaksham.
Chest, Vaksham.
And also, as we saw in the Anga Puja, can also be said as Vakshasthalam. Stomach, Udharam.
Stomach, Udaram.
Just like the chest one, there are many that also have another meaning, which will be coming in the Anga Puja. Like I will say one here, and then there will be another word for it. Both words mean the same thing. They're just different ways to say the same thing. Finger, Anguli.
Finger, Anguli.
Hand, Hastaha.
Hand, Hastaha.
Knee, Janu.
Knee, Janu.
Foot, Padaha.
Foot, Padaha.
Ear, Karnaha.
Ear, Karnaha.
Also, just keep in mind that all of these are being said in singular tense. The ones there, a lot of them like Padav, Karnav, etc., those were said in plural. Netre, these are all said as singular. Tooth, Dantaha.
Tooth, Dantaha.
Shoulder, Skandaha.
Shoulder, Skandaha.
Navel, Nabhihi.
Navel, Nabhihi.
Nose, Nasika.
Nose, Nasika.
Tongue, Jihva.
Tongue, Jihva.
Nail, Nakaha.
Nail, Nakaha.
Face, Vadanaha.
Face, Vadanaha. But in the Anga Puja, we also said that Mukam.
Mukham in that sense meant face, but here it can also be said as mouth, which we're going to see next. Mouth, Mukhaha.
Mouth, Mukaha.
Back, Prushtaha.
Back, Prushtaha.
And also, if you want to say something is behind you, to the back side of you, Prushtaha. I'll explain more in the upcoming lessons about that, but you can also use that word for that. Forehead, Bhalam.
Forehead, Balam.
Cheek, Gallam.
Cheek, Gallam.
Lip, Oshtaha.
Lip, Voshtaha.
Chin, Jibukam.
Chin, Jibukam.
Neck, Griva.
Neck, Griva.
Waist, Kadihi.
Waist, Kadihi.
Hip, Shronihi.
Hip, Stronihi.
Elbow, Kurparaha.
Elbow, Kurparaha.
Wrist, Manibandaha.
Wrist, Manibandaha.
Thigh, Uru.
Thigh, Uru. Thigh, Uru.
Now, I'll say the Shanti Mantram. This has been said in previous lessons. So if you didn't watch those, go and watch that because I'm just going to say it fully and then repeat after me. And I'll just say the meaning once. Om, may all be happy. May all be free from illness. May all see what is auspicious. May no one suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Om Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kashid Dukkha Bhagbhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Namaskaram, Suprabhatam, Shubhamadhyanam, Shubhasayam, Shubharatrihi. Also, side note, if you don't know what these mean, please go back and rewatch from our first lesson because we explain what each of these mean in the first lesson.
Again, hope you learned about the body parts. Okay, if you have any questions, go ahead and comment in the comment area. Also, you can send us a WhatsApp if you are a registered user or already connected. If not, please send your WhatsApp to +1 647 964 4790 with your name and a message that you want to register and the language and where you are calling from, so we can register you for this free course. Okay, so go ahead and like and subscribe the channel and support us and share it with as many people as you can, so that we can together spread the language of Sanskritam with more and more people, and support us by donating us. And also do know, in the comment area, in the as a pinned comment, our donate link is there. You are welcome to go ahead and donate and support us, so that we can go ahead and serve you more. Suprabhadam. Namaskaraha.